Andrea M. D'Souza's kitchen. I've made Bengali Nolen Gurer Payesh today, which my friend Suparna Ray has taught me. And it has turned out extremely fragrant and tasty. You too must try it out. I'm sharing with you Suparna's recipe in this video. I spent a lot of time with Suparna today on video call and audio messages just to get it right and just to share it with you. So you must try it out and give Suparna and me your feedback about how much you like this payesh and how well it has turned out and how much you enjoyed eating it. Look at this beautiful Nolen Gurer Payesh, and it tastes lovely. You can't stop at just one bowl. You will want to eat at least 2 or 3 bowls. So quickly go and try it out. Here's the recipe just for you. Ingredients that we will be using for the Nolen Gurer Payesh. Now I have this rice, that is the Govindabhog rice. It is just a handful that I have taken. See, this is how much I have taken. Some of you may have large hands, some small hands. So take around so much. Then I have taken the Nolen Gurer jaggery. Now ideally half a katori would have been fine. But since you know that I like extra sweet, so I have taken around 2/3 of a katori. And this jaggery I have cut into small pieces. Now suppose you want to use these molasses. These are the Nolen Gurer molasses that you want to use, and if you do not want to use the pieces of jaggery, then use around 2 or 3 tablespoons of this. I have a little bit of sugar, around 2 tablespoons. Now this is authentically Suparna's recipe, so these are the instructions that she's given me. This is, I've kept the extra jaggery which I will be later putting in the fridge in case I need a little more right now. I have used Amul Gold milk. We need full fat and creamy milk. There are some cashew nuts and raisins, and Suparna has told me to take a little bit of ghee to fry these cashew nuts and raisins. She's told me not to use too much of ghee in the kheer, because if you use a lot of ghee, then it does not match well with the flavor of the Nolen Gurer and you don't get the flavor of the Nolen Gurer. Now let's go ahead. What I've kept to heat, in that I'm going to put the ghee. Let the ghee melt out from the spoon also. And in this ghee, I'm going to put my cashew nuts and my raisins and let it fry a little bit. Again, remember, Suparna says not too much of ghee, just a wee bit of it. So let this fry on a low flame. You can pour your milk and bring it to a boil. Today I'm using just 1 liter milk, so the recipe is for 1 liter milk. If you want to make more, you can make more. So now I'm going to make this gas, the flame a bit big, and I'll bring the milk to a boil. Coming to a boil, keep stirring it occasionally so it does not stick to the bottom. So the milk comes to a boil, lower the flame completely and let it reduce. Do this for around 15 minutes. So on a low flame, let it just boil and reduce for around 15 minutes. Make sure that you keep on stirring it so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. We want it to reduce to at least 1/4. So even if it takes you 20 minutes, you need to reduce it. This stirring reminds me of the milk cream we make during Christmas. Just make sure nothing sticks to the sides or to the bottom. This milk reduction is taking very long, but it is getting thick. Can you see this? Just make sure you keep shaking it continuously because you don't want it to burn. Now that it has reduced, I'm going to put the rice in it and let the rice cook. This is the rice. I've washed it and I'm going to put it in this. And let the rice cook on low flame completely. The rest of the rice I'm going to package tightly and keep it in the freezer because I don't use this rice too often. And I don't want the fragrance of the rice to go away. Okay, so let this cook now until the rice is done. So I'm lowering the rice is slowly cooking now. Make sure you stir it again. We don't want anything burning. Some people coat the rice with ghee after washing it and use it. But Suparna has told me not to do that, because again, if you coat the rice with ghee, then the ghee hampers with the taste of the Nolen Gur. And since this is mostly a Nolen Gurer Payesh, you want the flavor of the Nolen Gur to come out. This time when the rice is cooking, you can also put the sugar and allow it to cook along with it. Don't put the jaggery at this time, because the jaggery will curdle if you put it in hot milk. So jaggery we will add last of all after the flame has been switched off. Because when the milk boils and jaggery is added, it's going to spoil and curdle. So let this cook for a while more. Can you see it is thickening? The rice is also cooking. But the rice has to be cooked to such a way that when you pinch it between your fingers, it mashes completely. So here it's done. So I'm going to switch off the flame now. And I'm going to add my jaggery to this. So I'm going to add my jaggery so that the jaggery melts in the heat without it curdling. Just mix it with a light hand. I will also add my dry fruits. It smells very fragrant and lovely. This rice, the jaggery has melted. I'm also going to add a little bit of these molasses because I'm so tempted to add them and they look so good. And this smells so fragrant right now. This kheer is amazing. Payesh actually, not kheer. This Govindabhog rice makes all the difference because of the fragrance. I think I'll add a little more molasses because I'm so tempted. And in case you think it has become too thick for your taste, now because after adding jaggery, after a while it will thicken a bit. So in case you think it has become too thick, you can add a little bit of milk, normal room temperature milk, and make it a little thin. Just look at this. Isn't it lovely? So our Nolen Gurer Payesh is ready. Look how beautiful it looks. And you must try it out and give me your feedback. I'll be looking forward to your messages, calls, pictures of the food you send, etc. And if you like my recipes, you'll get many other recipes, especially Goan ones, on my YouTube channel, Andrea M. D'Souza's Kitchen. You will also find me on Facebook and Instagram.